100. My name is Michelle and I'm here from the education team. I want to talk to you before you get started about our style of teaching and what we expect from all of our teachers. So the first thing we want you to know as you get started with your interview and demo process is what makes us different from other online teaching companies. A lot of you may already be working for VIP Kids or Data ABC or another online company, which is great. It means you've already had experience using the technology and teaching online. The downfall of that is you may come into this process expecting Class 100 to be the same. Unfortunately, we couldn't be more different, so prepare yourself to learn about a new style of teaching online. So, what makes us different? Well, the first thing you should know is that we teach in public schools. So that means all of the language that we're teaching has been taken from their textbooks. They should have already learned the language with the local teacher in their classes. So it's our job to help them build the courage and the confidence to speak. That means all of our teachers need strong techniques in practice and repetition drills. We want to take the students from knowing the language, building confidence with the language, to using the language independently. The second thing that makes us different is that we have a huge range of levels. In big cities, the English level is usually higher and stronger, whereas in very small, rural, countryside towns, the English level can be very low. That means our teachers need to be able to adapt to every level that they see, and often you can't know until you enter the classroom. The third thing that makes us quite different from other teaching companies is that we have very, very big classes. 30 to 40 to even 50 students are learning from you on a big screen, and you could be really far away from them. For this reason, you need to be very, very clear when you're teaching. And in order to be clear, we must see movement of the hands, and we must see clear, simple instructions being used at all times. It gives the students the best chance of understanding our class. The fourth thing that makes us different is that you may not see the same students ever again. From one week to the next, we do try to schedule our teachers on the same class at the same school. But schools can change their schedules a lot easier than an individual at home. So you might not be able to build strong relationships with the students. You might not have rapport with your students. But that's why we need our teachers to prepare a lot of variety, and with that the students will be engaged. Things like props, different forms of interaction, guessing games, all of those things we really need from our teachers. And the last thing is, the key difference is that our kids may not care. When you teach a learner in the privacy of their own home, their parent has invested in their English. They have paid money to learn from you. They've even signed up for daily or weekly classes. Our learners didn't put their hand up for English classes. It's on you to be excited about English, be energetic and be enthusiastic to get them excited as well. With all of these things in mind, we hope that you can move into this process knowing that we're going to be seeing a different style than what you have done in the past. So, with all of that in mind, I want to share with you our top 6 high priority teaching techniques and styles. Number 1, energy. We divide energy into 3 categories: movement of the hands, facial expressions, and use of the voice. 2, output. We want all of our speaking from our teachers to be simple, at the right speed, and that there are pauses for the students to respond. Number 3, movement. We must see movement in the class. So that means using your arms for vocabulary like sunny or rainy or windy, but as well for instructions like repeat, listen, and can you make a sentence? So the 4th area is adapting. This is where we ask you to be aware of their level, give them more support if they need it, and if you see that they're confident, give them challenge. The 5th area is repetition. So that means we can give an example first, and then they must practice without repeating after the teacher. It's best to do vocabulary at least 3 times, sentence structures at least 3 times, and then finally, in the pair work, they should be comfortable and confident to speak. The 6th area is variety. That's the area you're in charge of. What creative ideas do you have? Props, games, using the PPT, and having fun in the classroom. So finally, it's time for your demo. You've got 3 slides to cover in your demo, and we'll be looking at how you use these 6 areas of high importance. The first slide is for lower levels, so we want to see that you're able to help them use this language of on, in, and under. The second slide you're teaching is for about grade 5 or grade 6. So we want to see that you're able to help them realize that the question includes all the family members. Do they know the family members? Do you need to teach them? And the answer includes all the rooms of the house. So look at that slide and think of how you can use variety, movement, and appropriate output to teach them and have them practice. The 3rd slide and the final slide of your demo is a higher grade slide. So that means we're looking for the students to use their own voice and their own ideas. Our students from grades 8 to 10 are about 14, 15 and 16 years old. This means their reading or their awareness of English should be quite strong, but it's the shyness and it's the lack of confidence to speak that we want you to help them with. So look at the pair work slide and think, how can I get students interested and wanting to give their own thoughts and their own ideas? So those are my tips for you, and I look forward to seeing you in our training process after you've successfully passed your demo.